Every year, thousands of riders get hurt in crashes that could have been stopped by following basic safety rules. The government says motorcycle riders are 28 times more likely to die in a crash than people in cars. Here's what most riders don't get. Motorcycle safety isn't just about being a better rider. You can have perfect technique, years of experience, and a bike that handles like a dream. But if you ignore the basic safety rules, none of that matters when things go wrong. Today, I'm sharing 7 safety rules that keep smart riders alive. Rules that separate riders who make it home from riders who become statistics. These aren't the obvious ones everyone talks about. These are the rules that experienced riders follow but rarely discuss. And if you think you already know them all, stick around, because I promise at least one of these will change how you ride. Rule 1. Dress to protect, not just to ride. Here's a simple question. When you get dressed for a ride, are you thinking about the weather or the road? Most riders dress for comfort. It's hot, so they wear shorts and a t-shirt. It's a quick trip, so they skip the jacket. They're just going to the store, so sneakers are fine. That's not riding gear. That's hoping nothing bad happens. Studies show that good gear can reduce injuries by 37%. Road rash from sliding on pavement at even slow speeds can need skin grafts and leave scars forever. The rule is simple. Dress for the crash, not the ride. Every piece of gear should answer one question. Will this protect me when I'm sliding on pavement? That means a real helmet that meets safety standards, not a fake one that just looks cool. A jacket with armor in the shoulders, elbows, and back. Gloves that protect your hands when you fall. Pants made of tough materials and boots that cover your ankles. The government says helmets prevent 37% of deaths and 67% of brain injuries. But helmets are just the start. Full gear protects your whole body. Good gear also lasts for years and can save you through multiple crashes. The cost of gear is nothing compared to hospital bills from road rash, broken bones, or head injuries. So before you start that bike, ask yourself, am I dressed to survive what could happen, or just what I hope will happen? Rule 2. Look twice. Riders' lives depend on it. You've seen the stickers. Look twice, save a life. Most riders think that's for car drivers. Wrong. Looking twice isn't just their job, it's ours too. Science shows that people's brains look for car-sized objects. Motorcycles are smaller, so brains often don't notice them in a quick look. A big study found that in crashes between cars and bikes, the car was at fault 67% of the time. The most common thing drivers say after hitting a motorcycle is, "I didn't see them." But here's the important part. We miss things too when we only look once. We can miss cars, road hazards, or dangerous conditions during a quick glance. The rule is this: look twice, then look again. At every intersection, every driveway, every place where paths cross. Make a pattern of checking near threats, far threats, mirrors, blind spots, road conditions, and escape routes. Safety experts say good scanning should never stop. Your eyes should always move between different areas around you, updating what you know about what's happening. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation says proper looking techniques can greatly reduce crashes by giving riders more time to see and respond to dangers. Here's the truth. Drivers are more distracted than ever because of phones and car technology. We have to be more alert than ever. Looking twice isn't being paranoid, it's staying alive. Rule 3. Assume every driver will go straight. Turn signals are supposed to tell you what drivers plan to do, but studies show there's often a big gap between what drivers signal and what they actually do. Research found that drivers don't use turn signals about 25% of the time when changing lanes and 50% of the time when turning. Even when they do signal, it doesn't mean they'll actually do it. The rule sounds backwards, but saves lives. Assume every driver will keep going straight. no matter what their signals say. This makes you position yourself and plan escape routes for the worst case, not the best case. Crash data shows many motorcycle accidents happen when riders think a signaling car will turn, but the car goes straight into the motorcycle's path instead. This works for all traffic situations. When you see a car signaling to turn left across your path, get ready for them to go straight instead. When a car signals to turn right, be ready for them to either go straight or turn into your lane. The key is to watch where the car's wheels are pointing, instead of just trusting the signals. Wheels show where the car is actually going, while signals only show what the driver says they want to do. Safety experts say to treat turn signals as maybe information, not definite predictions. This thinking can prevent you from being surprised when drivers don't do what their signals say. Always keep escape routes open and be ready to avoid danger, no matter what other cars are signaling. Rule 4. Avoid riding side by side. Riding next to another motorcycle might look cool, but it's one of the most dangerous things you can do. All motorcycle safety groups say, don't do this. When motorcycles ride side by side, each rider loses about half of their escape routes. In an emergency, neither rider can swerve toward the other. This traps both motorcycles with very few ways to avoid danger. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation says to ride in a staggered pattern instead. The lead rider takes the left side of the lane. The second rider stays back about 2 seconds and rides on the right side. The third rider moves up to the left position behind the leader, and so on. Staggered riding is safer because each rider can see ahead clearly. Everyone has multiple escape routes, and other drivers can see the whole group better. Studies on group riding crashes show that side-by-side riding causes accidents in 2 main ways. Riders have nowhere to go when they need to avoid danger quickly, and the formation confuses other drivers who may not see all the motorcycles. Also, riding side by side makes both riders less visible. The inside rider becomes harder for other cars to see, while the outside rider may not be able to see dangers because their riding partner blocks their view. Professional riding teachers say proper spacing and formation aren't just about looking organized. They're basic safety practices that can mean the difference between a close call and a serious crash. The rule is simple: keep proper spacing and formation. Your escape routes are more important than looking cool. Rule 5. While riding, assume no one sees you. This might be the most important safety rule. Ride like you're invisible to other drivers. This isn't being paranoid, it's dealing with how human vision and attention actually work. Brain research shows that drivers experience something called not paying attention blindness. They fail to notice things that are right in front of them when their attention is somewhere else. Motorcycles, being smaller and less common than cars, are especially affected by this. A major study found that driver error caused 67% of motorcycle crashes involving other vehicles. The most common factor was drivers not seeing the motorcycle before making a move. Studies also show that even bright gear and headlights don't guarantee that drivers will notice motorcycles. While these things can help, they're not perfect solutions. Assuming you're invisible should affect everything about how you ride. Never ride in blind spots, even for a few seconds. Position yourself where drivers are most likely to see you, usually in the left or right tire tracks, rather than directly behind cars. Use your horn before you need to let others know you're there, especially when passing or approaching intersections. Don't rely only on drivers seeing you. Always have escape routes ready. Before entering any traffic situation, know where you'll go if a driver doesn't see you and does something unexpected. Motorcycle safety experts say riders who always apply the assume you're invisible rule have much lower crash rates than those who assume drivers see them. This defensive thinking isn't about being negative. It's about being realistic about human limitations and traffic reality. When you assume you're invisible, You're ready for the most common type of motorcycle crash, the driver who really didn't see you coming. Rule 6. Lane positioning. Always ride in the blocking position. Lane positioning is one of the best safety tools motorcyclists have, but don't use enough. Instead of just following traffic, smart lane positioning can prevent crashes and make you more visible to other drivers. The blocking position means positioning your motorcycle in your lane to stop other cars from sharing that space when they shouldn't. This isn't about being mean, it's about using space as a safety tool. Studies show that many motorcycle crashes happen when cars try to share lanes with motorcycles, either on purpose or because the driver didn't know the motorcycle was there. Good lane positioning can prevent this. Each lane has 3 basic riding positions: left tire track, center, and right tire track. The center position might seem safest, but it's actually where oil, coolant, and debris collect, making it slippery and dangerous. The blocking position changes depending on traffic. In heavy traffic, position yourself to prevent cars from squeezing past inappropriately. This might mean taking the center of your lane to discourage cars from trying to share it. Near parked cars, move toward the center, or left of your lane to create space from opening doors, while preventing other cars from passing too close. When someone is following too close, position yourself where the driver behind can see you clearly and where you have escape routes available. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation teaches that good lane positioning should do 3 things: make you as visible as possible to other drivers, provide escape routes, and discourage dangerous behavior from other cars. Your lane position should change constantly based on the traffic conditions, road hazards, and potential threats. This active approach keeps you in the safest possible spot for current conditions, instead of staying in one position no matter what's happening. Rule 7. Always check your bike before heading out. Pre-ride inspections are standard in professional motorcycling, from racing to police work to military use. But many regular riders skip this important safety step, often with serious results. The Motorcycle Safety Foundation says mechanical failures cause a significant percentage of motorcycle crashes. Many of these failures could be found and prevented through proper pre-ride inspections. A complete pre-ride inspection should include tires. Check pressure with a gauge according to what the manufacturer says. Look for wear patterns, cracks, cuts, or objects stuck in the tire. Bad or underinflated tires are leading causes of motorcycle crashes. Brakes. Test both front and rear brakes. Check fluid levels and look for leaks. Safety statistics show brake failure is involved in about 5% of motorcycle crashes. Chain and drive system. Make sure tension and lubrication are correct. A broken chain can cause loss of control or lock up the rear wheel. Lights and signals. Test all lights, including headlight, tail light, turn signals, and brake lights. Being visible is crucial for motorcycle safety, especially during dawn, dusk, and night riding. Controls. Make sure throttle, clutch, brake levers, and foot controls work smoothly and return to the right positions. Fluids. Check oil level, coolant if your bike has it, and brake fluid levels. Professional mechanics say riders should develop a systematic inspection routine that becomes automatic. The few minutes spent on inspection can prevent mechanical failures that might otherwise happen at dangerous moments. The rule is simple: if you don't have time to properly check your motorcycle, you don't have time to ride safely. Mechanical failures don't wait for good times, and finding problems while riding can be catastrophic. These 7 safety rules aren't just suggestions. They're proven practices that can greatly reduce your risk of being in a motorcycle crash. Each rule is based on crash research, safety studies, and the experience of motorcycle safety organizations. The government says motorcycle deaths have been going up in recent years, making safety education more important than ever. The good news is that many crashes can be prevented through proper safety practices. The rules we covered today address the most common factors in motorcycle crashes: not enough protective gear, visibility problems, driver behavior, wrong positioning, and mechanical failures. By always using these principles, you can dramatically improve your safety on the road. Remember that motorcycle safety isn't about making riding less fun. It's about making sure you can keep riding for years to come. The most experienced riders are often the most safety conscious because they understand that small precautions can prevent major problems. Which of these rules do you think is most important? Have you been in situations where following these rules made a difference? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more motorcycle safety content. Because when it comes to motorcycle safety, education and awareness can literally save lives. Ride safely, and remember, the goal isn't just to get where you're going, it's to get there safely every time.